I'm Grace Redwood. I'm a teacher, an author, and a speaker, and I guide people to get to reconnect with their wise voice within, and that is their highest self. So, why should you care who I am? I believe that I can help people because I've been through so much in my life. And I just kind of like to give you a little backstory about that so you understand that I can have compassion and empathy for what you're probably going through. I overcame an alcoholic family when I was starting very young. I married at 17 and became a mom. I endured physical and mental abusive relationships. I survived deception by spiritual leaders, sexual harassment, 2 divorces, and cancer. I found healing through nature and various tools and teachings that have brought me to self love and self care. And this took one of the forms it took was being vegan in 1999, which living in the Midwest, nobody had heard that word, let alone knew what the heck it was. And I also became gluten free due to my cancer in 2012. So it all brought me to living in a healthier, more physical, healthy, as well as mental and spiritual healthy lifestyle. I've been on a spiritual path since I can remember. I was the one that always raised my hand and went, well, why? That doesn't make any sense, because I was raised in a religious background that was really forcing me to try to fit into a box that I didn't feel like I belonged into. Um, so about 1999, I started teaching yoga or learning yoga and then becoming a teacher of it. So it's been a long time that has also assisted me. So I also learned meditation when I was 11 and I just turned 60. So long time. But the reason I tell you all of that is because, like I say, I think that it can help you understand that my feeling from moving from meditation and yoga teacher to more of a spiritual guide and coach is that I've been through a lot, and people have asked me naturally what I do and how I can help them and ask me questions. And so it's just kind of transcended into this is the way that I want to teach and help people. One of the things, though, is that I became a real spiritual seeker. So I was constantly looking outside of myself to find the answers. Give me the answer. Go to this person, and the next book I read, that will tell me what I need to know, and then everything will be okay. And it was really needing to get past my inner bully, the one thing that constantly was telling me I wasn't good enough, I wasn't valuable enough, I didn't matter all that much, that close counts kind of thing in my life. That was a saying that I used a lot, and that saying became something that devalued me. And so I ended up looking for everyone else to help me and find the answers. And that's why I feel it's really important to teach people that all the answers are within. We have that wise voice within that speaks to us. It's just a matter of connecting to it. Everybody can do it differently. You know, we hear about meditation, and I do have a video that is meditation made easy. It may or may not work for you. I change things up all the time depending on what is bringing me joy, what is coming into my understanding within, in that body mind connection that's bringing me a place of peace. And how you get there is actually not all that challenging. And I hope that you watch some videos that I'll be posting about that. But I lost my connection to a higher power. And so, especially when I had this whole situation with the spirituality and the teachers that deceived me and did some really not cool things. Anyways, I had to start looking inside instead of outside. And that's basically what we're doing in any teachings, is learning how to find that wise voice within. It's always talking to us. It's just a matter of, will we hear it? And I was doubting and not trusting myself. The fears kept me stuck. The inner bully inside of my head just kept talking and telling me, no, that's a bunch of shit. That's not true. You're not worth it. Don't trust. So all of those things made my life really challenging, and I felt like I was constantly on this roller coaster up and down about what I believed, what I trusted, and what I didn't. And finally, it just got to the point of like, you know what? I've got to trust me and myself. And how do I do that? And so I went into some strong spiritual teachings, started looking at more simplistic ways to do it, because a lot of these things were just really complex, and one would talk about one aspect of things and another would talk about something else, and it seemed to conflict. And it was just, I needed to find that pain within me, find out what I learned from that pain, and work with that strength. And then the more I felt strong within myself, the more I trusted myself. And as we learn to trust ourselves, we learn to listen more. And we learn to be more independent within our own being. Working with our own values is also important. Finding out what are those values, and can we be strong enough in them that nothing shakes that. And whatever values we have, if something comes into our life, does it fall into that list of values that we have? If it doesn't, it shouldn't be there, because that's how we're going to remain true to ourselves. So I plan to post lots of videos, hopefully short tips to help, because there's too much information out there, and I really want to simplify things, because I just went through too much and I was inundated with knowledge, and it became so much that it stymied me. I was like, I can't do anything. And so for 2 years, I felt like I just floundered, and all I did is exist. And that's not a way to live. None of us have enough time on this earth to waste it by just existing. So I hope that you find a little connection here, and that you'll find some more information through this channel to help you, guide you, and realize that you too have your wise voice within. It's talking to you, and you can reconnect to it. So I hope that we constantly connect, and that you find some value in what I want to share with you. Have a wonderful day. Keep checking in, and namaste.